Alright, it's time. Another NOVAtazz video. Okay, actually, I'm in the middle of doing another video, installing the CFI tank. It might be the video before this, it might be after this one. I'm not quite sure when I'm going to get them out just yet. But I have something that's been bothering me about this car. And, well, I need to take care of it because I have it apart in the back end now, and it's going to be easier to fix it now than it will be to fix it later. I'm talking about the exhaust. Let's go back to the back of the car, and I'll show you what I'm talking about.
White snow, red sky, reach up for so high, blue eyes, fake cry, beware of the fox tonight.
So this car has the Pypes X-Pipe system for the late second gen Trans Ams. Now, what bothers me is the fact that the tips don't stick where they're supposed to. They're close, but they don't stick where they're supposed to. Second is, the mufflers are hanging way too low. And I think the majority of this is there's not a second hanger in the middle of this system. So we're going to fix that. I'm either going to stick with the Flowmaster 44s that I have on it currently, or I might go back to the Pypes. I think they're street mufflers or whatever. I found them to be too quiet before, but I want to try to keep with these or go with the race mufflers that they have. But anyway, we're going to get this exhaust up in the air. So first step is we need to loosen up this whole exhaust system. Now that I have the exhaust system completely loosened up, the next thing I want to do is I want to pull off the muffler back section and try to get the mufflers up as high off the ground as I can. Okay, day two. Fixing this exhaust. Things did not go as planned. What I had attempted was just to readjust the exhaust and get the mufflers up off the ground more. Turned into the whole exhaust being out of the car. Only two of these mufflers go in the car at a time. I originally had the Flowmasters in there. These are the Pypes that originally came with this car. They're probably going back in. These are actually off of the Nova. But the whole exhaust is out of this car. And I may or may not need to replace the collectors. Well, it's a good thing I did, because when I replaced the collectors. I got the ones with the O2 sensor bung already welded in. Now I'll have to cap one of these because the Holley only needs one O2 sensor. It also let me polish the tips a little bit. They still need to be cleaned up, but they're better than what they look like when they came out of the car. Like I said, it is a Pypes exhaust. If I don't drop it. But anyway, so we have the new collectors in. I'm going to start by starting with the mufflers. We'll get the mufflers in where they need to be, along with the back half of the exhaust and the tips. And then we will work our way forward with the X-pipe and the first forward bends and the collectors. We'll get all of that situated, get it all in and nice. Probably, we'll see. I might put the O2 sensor in ahead of time. I just don't know if I'm going to put it on the left or the right bank. So actually, we'll probably leave these. We'll probably put both of them in where they need to be, and then we'll decide which one we're going to run and which one we're going to plug. But anyway, so there's that. A little bit confused. We ended up starting up here in the front. We have the collectors in with the front half of the X-pipe. Everything still needs to be tightened down and torqued. I just got everything tucked up, and we concluded with the mufflers. The rest of the exhaust system I have to tweak. Not sure if I can see it. Oh, there it is. That hanger down there on the ground. The hangers for the tips are where we're having the issue. It's not putting the tips in the right place, so I'm going to have to re-drill holes for those. But I want to get the rest of the exhaust up where it needs to be so I can figure out where those tips are going to be. So, hold on. So, I had to make a parts run. I had to pick up some more hangers, and I needed to get a set of hangers to hang the middle part of the exhaust up so I can make sure that those mufflers stay up and out of the way without just depending on the hangers for the tips. So, we need to get all of this installed, and then we can deal with where these tips are going to end up. Might have to do some cutting and some adjusting, we'll see. But let me get all of this under the car and on the exhaust. Alright, so I have virtually the whole system up and in. As you can see, it is way more tucked up than it was before. All the clamps are in. I am now back to the very last bit. This one is pretty much set. I need to reinstall that clamp or hanger. The original holes are in the wrong spot for this to sit where it needs to sit, which is it's so close. But it's got to stay off that hanger, but also not hit that fender. This one over here, I'll take you up to the front. I need to shorten the end of the pipe as the tip sits too far back. No matter what I did with it, it's just too long. I also need to re-drill the holes on that hanger as well. Sorry, on the floor. As you can see, I'm not the first person to reposition this, but we'll see what we can do. I'm going to bring you back up front. We're going to cut the end of that pipe off so that way it can stick out in the same spot on this side. So here's the pipe that I need to cut down. As you can see, I'm going to lop off a good almost 1.5 inches off of this pipe. So I'm just going to use that, as I don't have any of my shop tools, my air tools, because I don't have an air compressor here. So no cutoff wheel. So we're going to do this the slow and painful way. Alright, I'll be back. Alrighty, that wasn't too bad. Shortened it quite a bit. Did check to make sure the tip does still fit on there, so we'll get that up in the car and get the tip where it needs to be and see where we're at from there. Alright, I wish I could fire it up for you guys, but as we are in the middle of an EFI swap and there is no gas tank in the car, I cannot fire it up. But the tips look a hell of a lot better. They're straight on both sides and in the same location. The exhaust is nice and tucked up under all the way up to the front. And is symmetrical looking as well. Alrighty, so that'll be it for this video. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. Subscribe. I could definitely use the help. I think that the tips came out just the way I wanted them to. They're going to look good. Sure beats how this car has looked in the past. If you'd like to help out the channel, check out NOVAtazz.com. All kinds of cool shirts. We have a new one called Where's Your Head At? It's a sketch of a brain with a Hemi in it. It's pretty cool. At least I think so. It is my own personal artwork. Give it a look. Let me know in the comments what you think. We'll see you in the next video. I'm not quite sure what we're doing next, but we still have the rest of the EFI system to install. Either the tank video will came out last week, or it will come out next week after this video. Not quite sure which way we're going to do it. I'll probably end up putting the gas tank in right after concluding this video. So stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next video. Also, don't forget, Saturday night, podcast, 9 p.m. Eastern. All right. See ya. Be safe.